Hi, guys, good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in today's video, I will be doing my delayed episode review for the Season 3 premiere of The Strain on FX, which premiered a week ago. Of course, most of you have probably seen it by now, but for those of you who have just started the new season, such as myself, please be warned that this episode review will be full of big spoilers regarding the Season 3 premiere of The Strain. The new episode is on later tonight on FX, the second episode of Season 3, so please be warned, and I also may be making references to the Season 2 as well. So if you're not caught up on The Strain at all, maybe you shouldn't keep watching or listening. And if you are caught up, keep watching and listening and see if you like what you hear. But you have been warned. That being said, it's good to have The Strain back. I've missed it. You know, it premiered really late this year. The first two seasons were always like the second or third week of July. And it ended around early October. No. It ended around early September, I think. This year, it's going almost all the way up to Halloween. And there's only 10 episodes this season, and the first two were 13, but there's only 10 this season. But I'm sure each one of them is going to be very exciting and very thrilling TV. So, what really surprised me was that in the opening scene, it's a voiceover of Satrakian basically bringing the audience up to date on what's been happening in New York with the Strigoi infestation, or invasion, I should say. What shocked me was that it's only been 23 days since Season 1. Because when Season 2 begins, it's only been a week since Season 1 had ended. And according to Satrakian, it's only been 23 days since basically the pilot episode of The Strain, which was like 2 or 3 years ago by now. And I thought to myself, wow, how quickly the shit hits the fan in this show, and how rapid things go from bad to worse and continue to worsen and worsen. And I'm just like, wow, okay, I didn't realize that was our timeline. Because I was thinking that it had only been like maybe a month or 2 months. But no, it's been like less than a month. It's been 23 days. So that was really surprising. It was great seeing our characters back at their usual stuff again. Like everybody was where they were at, except for Gus. Gus, I wasn't too sure what he was doing until I realized when I saw like the dog bowl, the water bowl filled with blood, I thought, oh no. No, Gus, no. Oh, Gus, come on. And that was my reaction to him giving his mother a bowl of his blood, his Strigoi mother who has no chance of coming back to her humanity. He's got her chained up in the corner of their apartment. And he promises her, I'm going to get them for doing this to us. That's for you, Mom. It's all I can do. I was like, oh, Gus, you're a sweet son, but you're also kind of an idiot if you think your mom is ever going to return. Sorry, dude. But it was good seeing him. And then Satrakian, of course, was studying away the Lumen, the book with the key to defeating the Master. Quinlan bringing the Ancients up to date on what's been going on. It seems the Sun Hunters have a new leader, which means... poor Vaughn is dead. Well, we don't know that, although I think it's kind of been implied that he is, if they have a newly appointed leader of the Sun Hunters. Lark, I think his name was. Larg or Larp. Or something like that. Anyway, he spoke for the Ancients. Quinlan brought them up to date on how they have a mutual enemy. Satrakian is way more of a fighter than they are. He was both criticizing them, but reminding them how they needed each other, which was cool. I was not expecting this antagonistic attitude toward Quinlan from Fett. I mean, obviously, nobody is really a big fan of the Strigoi, but I didn't see Fett as the kind of discriminatory type. Well, at least when it comes to his mutual allies in the fight against the Master. It's probably due to the fact that he almost lost Dutch to Eichhorst last season, and his experiences with Strigoi haven't exactly been pleasant or great, and he probably resents them for what they've done to his beloved city. And obviously he and Quinlan don't really like each other, or at least he may not necessarily like Quinlan that much. So that'll be interesting to see. I like how they've established that strain in their, no pun intended, the strain in their relationship in the beginning of this season. So we'll see if it improves or gets worse. So only time will tell. But it's cool because we saw Fett working with the military, with the special, with naval, with not naval, Navy SEALs, Navy SEALs hunting down the master. And now the government has finally figured out that there is indeed a head vampire or a head Strigoi, and they've got to they think if they take him out, they can kill all of the Strigoi, which may or may not work in some fashion, but they're eliminating a lot of nests in New York. New York's pretty much become a war zone. They've won and managed to hang on to certain sections of neighborhoods all over the city, but they're still struggling and fighting against the Strigoi. It's like New York has almost become a third world nation where we see people trading goods and supplies with each other. Fett is still working or attempting to work on a biological weapon while slowly descending into darkness and alcoholism. And that scene where we saw Zach appear as a Strigoi, I know you Zach haters probably got excited, but I thought to myself, this is a dream or a nightmare he's having about what he dreads will happen with having his son return to him as a Strigoi. And sure enough, when he woke up, I'm like, there you go. See, there it is. And then this premiere episode also told us probably what one of the main storylines or the main vocal point of this season will be. They will return Zach to F at least in exchange for the Lumen, for the book that Abraham is studying. Of course, you can't really trust the Master or the Strigoi, and I doubt Fett, since F doesn't have the book in his physical possession, there's no immediate danger yet. But what I wish this episode had done, with the exception of the scene where Fett briefs Satrakian on all of his activities, I wish they had clarified or at least showed all of our characters, whom we all saw individually doing their own thing, just remind us that they're all still a part of one team and they're all on the same page at least, or if they're not on the same page, they're all still on the same team. Maybe we'll get that later in tonight's episode. I hope so. But, at least we got to see all of our characters in comparison to last time we saw them in the season 2 finale. Now we see what they've been up to since. And at least Fett and Satrakian are still in touch. I would assume F remains in touch with them as well. And now Gus is working with the Sun Hunters, who are now allied with Quinlan, and Quinlan is allied with Satrakian and Fett. So I'm sure all of these characters are eventually going to have a big scene together where they all bring each other up to speed. And maybe we'll get that in tonight's episode. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't seen any promos for it yet. But my overall opinion, great, solid beginning to an exciting new season. The show has always kept me engaged and captivated, and I love the premise. I love the characters. I love Satrakian's line where he's like, then your whole "I told you so" attitude will be great comfort as I see you cut off my head if like when he warns Fett if he ever becomes a Strigoi or something like that. Some sarcastic smartass line. Great episode, great opening episode. I hope you guys all liked it too. And don't forget, the new episode premieres later tonight on FX. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this delayed episode review. As you can see, I'm getting back up to date on my shows. Thanks for bearing with me. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page in the description down below. I think you'll like what you see. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more review videos like this one as we follow the latest season of The Strain as the episodes continue to appear every Sunday night. So that's pretty exciting. Thanks again, guys. I'll be seeing you back possibly later today. And if I don't see you again later today, until next time, may the Force be with you.